Assalamu alaikum and welcome to all of you. The first unit that was about nouns we have completed, and now we are moving towards the next unit. These are the verbs. Now first of all, it is about identifying verbs. Again, some quick tips are here. Suppose if there is a word and you are unable to know, or you are not sure about whether it is a noun or it is a verb, simply you can add this should. Okay, you can add should, should. For example, if it is should leave, should sail, should discover, so these are the words. We can say that these are actually the verbs. So basically, what are the verbs? These are the action words. Okay, again it will be explained in the next units. Like basically what you have to remember as we are doing this basic grammar, and basically your concepts should be clear. Verb is an action word. Means sometimes there are the other types of verbs we will be doing in the coming units, but at this time you have to remember that verb is an action word, like a word that shows an action, that is called as verb. So this is the first rule, that either you can use this should, and secondly you can use this to, like if you can use to in front of a word, it means it is also a verb. Some examples are given here, like these are the nouns, like beautiful, it is an adjective. We can't say should beautiful or too beautiful. Okay, in the same way under, that is the preposition, we can't say should under or to under. Okay, so these are the golden rules, and you can simply remember all these rules, and you can easily guess whether it is a verb or it is not a verb. 7.1, this is test yourself. Again, the exercise is there. These words are here, like characteristic, whether it is a verb or not. And you can also apply that same rule by either adding should or to get an idea whether it is verb or it is not a verb. 7.2 is there. Again you have to underline the verbs in these phrases. Basically these are the phrases. Okay, a group of words. It is called as a phrase. Then the verb base, in English language or all the languages, there is a base. Base means all the verbs they have a specific base verb. Like you can see the word here study, we can change it into studied, studying, studies. Okay, so this study, that is the base form or the verb base. Okay. Again should study, to study, like again if you can add this should and to with the base form. Okay, some other words are given here, like working, so it will be work, throws, it will be throw. Okay, so the next exercise is there, and you have to write the base form of these words. Like if it is wrote, we can't say should wrote or to wrote, that's not correct grammatically. But if you use the first form or the base form, that is the right, but you can say to write or should write. Okay, so 8.2 is there. Which of the following words are verbs? Again, these words are given here, few. You can change it into base form, and then you can decide whether it is a verb or it is not a verb. Okay, so again sentences are given here in the same pattern like you did the previous exercises. You can easily do that, and kindly look at the answers, but you have to look at the answers after you have completed these exercises. Here are the two types of verbs. One is action verbs, and the other, these are the linking verbs. Okay, action verb, that is the real verb, means something is going on in that, or some person is doing something, that is the action verbs. And linking verbs, basically they express a relationship between the noun or the pronoun that comes before the linking verb. Okay, here the definition is given here. You can read this. I'll also explain it with the answers with some more examples. Like linking verbs express a relationship between the noun or pronoun that comes before the linking verb and whatever follows it. Okay, so this is the example. You seem tired. Now seem, it is not a verb here, it is the linking verb, but basically the person is tired. Okay, but it is used you seem tired. In the same way, seem, should seem, These are the words you can easily get an idea about this. Again, test yourself. You have to, which of the following words are verbs, and again you have to apply the same rule, should and to. You can apply it here. Then some verbs are, you have to underline the verbs here. Okay, like if you put should or to, so they should appear like a complete unit. So this is here. Yes, one point you have to keep in mind. Sometimes the word be is there, B-E-B. Okay, be means like these, all these are the different forms of be. Am, are, is, was, were, have been, being. All these are the forms of be. For that reason, be is a verb. Okay, and all these different forms they are used here in it. So the form of irregular verbs be, am, are, you have to remember this tip. And then 9.3 is there. You have to underline the forms of be in each, like which word is used instead of be, or which is the be form, like was is there, or is there. Okay, you have to do, and again please check the answers when you have completed, and don't check before completing the exercise. Again, underline the form of be in each of the sentences below, and some of them they are the contractions, like they are usually home. So we have to say they are usually home in spoken form. You don't have to say each and every word in a separate manner. They are, instead of saying they are, you have to say they are. In the same way, we are, you have to say we are honored. Okay, we are honored by your presence. So 9.5 is there. Again, which of these verbs are verbs? You have to do the same. Again, the same exercises are here. Test yourself. Okay. So again, here it is a useful exercise whether you can use a word or you can differentiate between a verb. Either it is the action verb or the linking verb. Okay. So there is the difference between, like Harry resembles his brother. Harry, his brother. This is the relation between. And you are bored, you are talking about you, and bored, you, that is the subject, and bored, that is the verb here. Then a tip is there, a quick tip is there. If you can substitute a form of be for a verb, and the meaning of the sentence is basically the same, the verb is probably being used as a linking verb. So these examples are given here. And 9.3 is there. If you can substitute a form of seem for a verb, and the meaning of the sentence is basically the same, the verb is probably being used as a linking verb. This is the other tip you can easily understand, and the same exercise is there to clear this point. And 9.10 is there. Again, underline the verb in each sentences below and decide if it's being used as an action verb or a linking verb. The same rules you covered earlier. You can get benefit from those rules. And like here it is, the policeman gave him a ticket. So gave, he is giving, he is doing some action. It means it is an action word. But look at here, they became best friends. So what could be? Do it, and then you can check the answers. Exercise 9.11, that is again about verbs. You have to underline the verbs in each sentence below and decide if it is being used as action. So it's a good practice. If you feel any problem, you can consult to the lecture, or you can listen to the lecture again. But if there is something you are unable to understand from the book, you can ask me, whether via WhatsApp, and all the other sources are given here that you can contact. Again, this is the for further enhancing, like careful and carefully. Like carefully, that is the adverb we will be doing in the coming exercises. Like it is written that in lesson number 27 we will be discussing about adverbs. So if these things are these topics are not clear to you, don't worry about that. We will be covering in the coming lessons, in the coming lectures. So it is the grand final. Yes, these all the things you have learned here. You have to recall all those points and then do this exercise. It's a bit lengthy lecture today, but the verbs that are important to understand, especially what are the main verbs, what are the helping verbs. So please go through the lecture again. If there is something that you are unable to understand. Hopefully everything is clear to you, and kindly subscribe to the channel and share it also. Thank you very much, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.